guys, Murugi Muni here.
It's Lydia KM.
And we're back again with another episode of
The Messy In Between. It's definitely TMI. Wait, so how are we gonna remove and put on the knee?
Oh no?
I think so.
Testing. I mean, yeah, now we're talking and we're doing
We will
things.
remember this when our podcast is thriving. We'll remember
Girl,
that we did this
I
today.
know,
We'll
I
remember.
know. 3, 2. Hi guys, episode 23. Yeah, and today we are in obviously a very different scenario, kind of like, you know, now we're at home to me relax too. We are not in a studio, but you know what guys, we decided that for December we don't want to take a break from TMI, and unfortunately we're not able to produce in our regular studio. But for us, we're like, what makes TMI?
Yeah.
It's the conversation, it is us, it is talking to you guys.
Yep.
It is having conversation about life as it is, which is messy, and this could be messy.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Here we are.
But then trust us to always show up, even when it's messy. We will always show up. We will
always
always
show
show up, guys. But
Yeah.
we hope you guys are doing well. We are happy to be here. This is Lydia's first time in my space.
I know, I
Do you
love
like
this.
it?
I love it.
Yeah?
It's so nice and warm and
Exactly.
homey.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna be coming to escape here. I'm taking a
You
key.
should. I hereby
Period.
say that you can absolutely do that.
Love it.
If you're listening on any podcast platform, just go to YouTube so that you can see exactly the space that we are referring to right
Yes.
now. So yeah, now we are in December. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays. This is the day after Jamhuri Day, so we're just kind of like chilled, and we wanted to
back
come and
to
have,
work-ish.
but back to workish. But like work in December doesn't feel like actual, like the same the way
It feels
was
more like
feeling.
an obligation than work. Like,
Oh really?
Yeah, like
I was going to say it feels better because it's kind of like I know a break is coming, you know.
really?
Yeah, you don't feel
But
like-
ask what break is coming.
I mean, you know, like relaxation. I don't know. Actually, no. What break is coming?
What
My
break
nanny is
is
gonna
coming?
leave. It's gonna be chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's festive season, so we decided to start talking about like a few festive things, and because we are in a more like calm, natural, sort of like informal setting,
Yeah.
we're gonna be talking about.
The things that have gone right this year and the things that have gone wrong this year. And I feel like end of year, it's good to have a really good perspective of the year, because you hear someone say, "Oh my God, this has been the worst year," but has it?
Has it
Have
though?
you? Has it though?
Yeah.
Has it been the best year? Has it though? You know, sometimes it's good to analyze it
Yeah.
really genuinely,
Yeah.
like what went right, what didn't go right. So we want you guys to be sharing with us as we go down. We're gonna break it down in sections, so your personal relationship, family, etc, etc. Then we're gonna share what went right and what went wrong. We'll do one and then that's what we're
See
gonna
how
do
it goes,
today.
yeah.
Guys, always talk to us. Remember, comments below, and please follow us on our Instagram. It's TMI Podcast KE, Morugi.Muni, and Lydia KM.
Okay guys, can I just first address the elephant in the room? I know y'all seen I ain't got no bad bitch nails right now, but you know what is on brand is just being yourself, right Lydia?
No, get your nails done. Yuck.
We're gonna talk about what went wrong this year and what went right. Also, can
Yeah.
we appreciate that we're kind of wearing the same kind of
Yes,
top?
and
You
it was
guys
a
see?
coinky dink.
It was a coinky dinks.
Love it.
Coinky dinks, yeah. All right, so in
Right.
general, before we even get to the list, in general, was this a good year for you or a bad year for you?
I know I just said people shouldn't be dramatic, but this was a fantastic year.
I
for
know. Yeah,
was
Lydia,
a
you did
fantastic-
a lot. You did a lot.
Yeah?
You
Thank
did
you.
a lot. Yeah.
me. Yeah. Is that laced with something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like you did the most and we love it.
I
I
did
feel
it.
like the Lydia of December last year is nowhere close to the Lydia of December this year.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Who was
Who
that?
the-
Yuck.
Right? Yeah. New TMI phrase.
Yuck.
Love it. Anyway,
Yeah.
for me as well, I feel like this year was really good. Like financially, it was amazing. In terms of my relationship, it was pretty good. In terms of my friendships, that's another thing to add to the list. Can I add
Yeah,
friendships? Because I
definitely.
feel like I made some strides there. And yeah, I would say it was a really good year for me as well. I would say it's a really good year for me as well.
Yeah, I feel like you had a really good momentum anyway coming off 2021.
Yes.
And so it
Of
was like
2020.
2020, oh my God.
What
so it
year?
was
What year you are? Where you at?
So it's like propelling you forward,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because I think last year that was like your clothing line,
Like
you know?
clothing,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
a
whatever,
really
it
good
was
year.
like a lot,
yeah.
yeah.
So you've kept up the momentum,
Thank you.
which sometimes is not easy, you know, because
in fact, it's the
keeping up with
hardest.
yourself is hard. It is.
Somebody write that
It
down.
is. It
Write
is.
that
It's
down.
hard.
Keeping
When
up
you're a
with
bad
yourself is
bitch like
hard.
this,
girl, yeah.
every day's work.
Every day's work.
Right. So,
Right.
personal relationship with a relationship with yourself. What do you think went right, or what do you think went wrong?
what I think went right is I feel like, I don't know if this is just particularly this year, but I feel like with every passing year, the older that I get, I feel more and more comfortable in my body as it is, you know? It's like it feels less like I need to lose weight and more just like I'm cute, you know, I'm gorgeous kind of thing. And it's like this year I really stepped it up in terms of like being committed to my health goals and like working out and trying to eat moderately healthy. But I don't feel like I don't feel like I was too hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? It was like kind of like I want to enjoy life, but I want to take care of my body. You know, I want to be present in the moments and making memories, but at the same time, I don't want to live in regret of like, oh, I ate 28 pizzas. Oh God, what did I do? Kind of thing. So I feel like with every passing year, and this year was no different. I feel like I've fallen more in love with my body. I feel like I understand myself more, kind of thing. Do you feel like as you get older, it's like this kind of eating makes me feel this way?
Yeah.
Or like when I eat bread, it makes me feel good. You just kind of know, and that being in touch with your body, it's been fantastic. So that's what I would say went right.
Can I tell you something funny?
Yeah.
I asked you your relationship with yourself, and you've only talked about your body. And health is on the thing.
Oh wow. Maybe that's like my guy. Okay, I failed the exam. Go next.
No, but it's only to show that I think how you feel about your body contributes a
huge amount
about
to
how
like how I feel about myself.
I was actually going to say, but funny enough, I feel like one of the things that you've done is that you've stopped identifying so much with this I gotta work on my body so much. You've stopped that identity even on your content. I feel like, okay, Joe works out,
and
like
that's
it.
thanks to you, actually,
I love that.
like,
you've definitely changed that.
Every time I would post something about like, oh God, these jeans don't fit me anymore, you know, like I need to get this. Like she'd always be like, can you just make peace with the fact that now you're just a healthy fit person and you're no longer somebody who is like
struggling with health.
Exactly. And actually I used to really see it as a struggle. But the funny thing is that the less you struggle with something like, oh God, I really badly want this, the quicker it comes to you, kind of thing. Right?
And you look fantastic. I'm sure that's how you're seeing more of the results of your body as well, right?
Which is helpful, which is nice.
Okay, so we weren't talking about body, but anyway, what's going on with you aside that, inside?
I feel like I have grown more self-aware this year, maybe. One thing that Lydia has taught me is reading books, and the books I have read this year, I was hoping to get to at least 5, but I've read 2. Okay, I've read
Progress.
Thank you. What was the first one I read?
How to
Win Friends and Influence. That's
people.
the second one. What was the
Atomic
first one?
Habits.
No.
Influenced by Me.
Yeah. Which other one was there?
There was Atomic Habits.
An orange one, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Okay. No, you influenced me to
really?
do that one.
Yeah. So that was the first one I read, and this other one, and I realized just so many little like knickknacks that I have needed for life. Like I feel like I'm more courageous as a person. Like
there's nothing to fear.
There's nothing.
That's what we got.
There's nothing to fear, and by the way, that rings in my head so often. Every time I'm just like, oh God, what if they do this? What if this happens? I'm just like, there's nothing to fear. They're just a human being, just like you. There's just like, there's absolutely nothing to fear.
How good is that? What lesson? How amazing is that lesson
right now? It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Isn't it?
There's nothing to fear.
There's nothing to fear. Exactly.
All right. What went wrong?
What went wrong? I injured my knee.
It's not about health.
Oh, sorry. In terms of my relationship with my body, I mean with myself.
With yourself.
I know.
Joanne in there.
Okay, maybe you go. I'll get inspiration from what you say.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what went right with your body?
What went with my personal
with
relationship
your personal
with myself.
relationship with yourself. I'm sorry. What went right with your personal relationship with yourself?
I feel like I dramatically changed myself. As I dramatically changed how I prioritize things, and I'm number one in my life, and I did that by like the 5 a.m. more on that. But that made me realize that for me to be who I want to be, I need to be who I want to be right now. So on a daily basis, when I'm waking up in the morning, how would the bombest Lydia wake up like that now? So when I use that formula, I feel like I've reached a place in myself that is more holistic, more centered, more balanced, a lot faster. So I feel like I have grown tremendously as a person. I'm really in love with myself. I don't feel like I have any of like, oh Lydia, you could change that. You know the way you used to feel? Or maybe like, oh maybe I shouldn't be as loud, or I shouldn't be as, everything about me I am owning so well, and the things which are negative, which are obviously affecting anything, my relationship, my work negatively, I'm working on, and that's it. That's life. No one is going to be perfect.
But you're active about like
Yes.
Putting yourself first. Yeah.
Always. What went wrong with my personal relationship?
It's hard to think of
Something that went wrong. But I think I've really been on. It's been a really positive stride this year.
Yeah.
There's many years I could have told you a lot of things that went wrong.
You could have
but
said.
maybe before I did the 5 a.m. now, like a kind of changed day. I lost January, February, and kind of most of March from my fear of turning 30, because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do and doing what I need to do to be in a place which was like positive. Then of course I fell victim to like negative thoughts and all of these things. So those 3 months were really rough. Yeah, for me personally, the way I was feeling about myself, about my life in general. But it all changed. Yourself,
It all worked out.
Yeah.
Here
So
you are.
you have a one.
What went wrong? I really can't think of something that went wrong.
That's okay.
I feel
That's
like,
alright.
maybe one thing that I feel like, I wouldn't say it went wrong, but it's something I've struggled with this year more than other years, is mom guilt. And I know we're going to talk about kids next year, but for me, I feel like this is a relationship with myself in terms of, I feel like this year more than others, I have struggled with work-life balance, work-life, kids, content creation, marriage kind of like balance. And I don't know if that's because of the fact that I have taken on a lot more work than I have in previous years. So I feel like before I realized how much of a struggle it would be, it's already now here. It's already arrived. So especially towards the end of the year, maybe like from August onwards, I started feeling like this is a lot. I started feeling like things are a lot, and I wasn't really having like a positive outlet to let it go, because I was just like, even if I have an outlet, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do anything.
TMI,
you know?
TMI.
Exactly. Oh, TMI.
That's why.
Yes.
That's a huge, because you know even the rest of the work you can always post at home.
Exactly.
But this one you have to be physically outside.
With TMI and like, I mean, having more clients and you know, trying to work on other personal projects like the apartment and things like that. Like, I just feel like things got overwhelming, and I'm still in a space where I'm feeling slightly overwhelmed, but not too much to the point of like, God, I'm gonna have a breakdown. But I definitely feel like for next year I need to be more intentional about
that's
what
my
kind
word
of,
for next year. I've already got it.
Oh really? That was my word for
Intentional.
this year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It sort of fell off somewhere, but it was at the beginning of the year. It was. I think my word for next year is bold, which I think you had said.
It was
that
mine
about yours.
this
Yeah,
year.
I think it's going to be mine. It's gonna
Okay.
be bold. Yeah. Anyway, so I want to be more intentional about the kind of work I take on, how I structure it, and also having frequent outlets or like release mechanisms so that I don't feel overwhelmed.
Yes, and also when you actually do have time to relax, you allow yourself to relax.
Yeah.
Because she was definitely on vacay, and so anyway, intentional.
In January, I'm taking a week off. A week where I'm not going to be on Instagram.
You're not gonna post
anything. I will be nowhere. Absolutely.
We'll also take, because we don't know what is the app without Joanne.
What is
tonight.
it? What is it?
The next one is relationship. What went right in your relationship and what went wrong? This is like an intimate relationship.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So this year, Zach and I celebrated 4 years of marriage. So now we're in our 5th. Next year is 5 years, and we're planning this amazing trip to go celebrate.
Yeah.
What went right is, I feel like we sort of have reached a place, and I don't know if it's only this year, but it started last year when we were spending a lot more time together because of COVID, to this year, is we've reached a place of like understanding of each other. That there are things he does which are upsetting to me, there are things I do which are upsetting to him, but like now we don't sumbuana about those things.
Yeah.
But obviously they're not like significant things. They're like small things, like, you know, I hate it when he gets into bed and hasn't opened for me my side of the covers.
Yeah.
Or he hates it when I've left something on the bed or whatever. Like the small things that we used to fight about, now we don't as much. Have you noticed me and Zach, we don't fight that often?
I love that.
Right? Yeah.
But I told you that has a lot to do with who you've grown into.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, even my sisters this year, they're like, hey, by the way, you and Zach, you're not fighting, because they always used to be mad because they're always messaging me like, what's the Netflix password? Zach has our Netflix. It's Zach's account for my whole family. It's Zach's account. He's keeping our Netflix on, right?
Yeah.
So every time I'll just be like, okay, guys, me and Zach are not talking, so you'll have to wait a couple of days until we're talking. Then I'll ask him what the password is. So it was chaotic.
Yeah.
But I feel like we are sort of like reaching a place of like calm, kind of like, and even when we fight, it doesn't feel like it's the end of the world. We wouldn't go like days and months without speaking. It will just be kind of like, okay, one day, a few hours or something like that, and then we're good. So that's what went right. What went wrong is a pregnancy scare in the middle of the year.
Yuck, I remember that.
I almost died, y'all. I really, honestly, I think those were the most. I don't know what much more to say. I don't know what
But
else to say.
it was rough.
But
It was
we-
rough for all of us.
It was
But-
rough, guys. Me, I was just thinking about how, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. Lydia was there encouraging me, like, Joanne, you know, you have many options. You have very many options, so don't worry. And I was just like, what are the options? What are the options that I have? These
It
are
was
the
like
3
pregnancy or
humans.
death.
Exactly. It's like pregnancy or death. Now what are we gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
But I was really, really nervous about that. I don't know if that's what went wrong, but that really taught me something. In fact, since that time, me by the way, I don't have sex when I'm ovulating. Just
Are you
in
being
case.
serious?
I'm serious. Yeah.
And for her to curb sex
Oh,
for something,
yeah.
that is a
Hey.
genuine fear.
I'm not doing
That
it.
is a genuine
I'm not
fear
do-
from her
Yeah,
soul.
and my cycle is very, very regular, except for when I got the COVID vaccine. But my cycle is very regular. So I
Even
can
me,
tell
if
this
it's
is
not
the day I've
here
ovulated.
today.
Yes, I can see the discharge, and the next 2 days, I'm just like, I'm off. I can sacrifice. Let's masturbate, please.
Please.
Mm-mm.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's not like such a bad wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so what went right in my relationship? I got into one. Officially got into one.
Na imesonga raka, go into one,
Moved
in
in the
together
next
2
day.
minutes, moved to a big. Actually, you moved to the bigger house as you were moving in together.
Huh?
No, he moved into your place.
No.
Or you both moved into that house.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
for
fine.
sure. I also think that that's how people should do it, as
Yeah.
opposed to going to somebody else's.
I like
place.
that also.
You
I
feel
like
like
that.
you also
Yeah.
don't. It's still not yours. Anyway, so that went great. So I have been in love with Mike for a long time. And the courage to just decide that we're going to do this and we're just going to be serious about it. That took a lot of courage, but I'm really glad everything worked out the way that it did. I'm in a really happy relationship. He's an amazing man, and I pray everything. Look at you.
This time she starts talking about my ex. This is about to hear. She's
Yeah,
okay.
honestly, genuinely, he is a great guy, and I'm at peace with where we are, and I'm loving our growth. Funny enough, since we got together, the way we've grown, both of us, it's as if we were waiting to be in a
together,
stable
to-
relationship
yeah.
to then now just start
Yeah.
going in.
When I
so-
first met this Mike of hers, and they were not even dating then, I was just like, this person is obviously a joker in life. Like he just seemed like a party guy who just didn't have any substance.
Yeah.
But like now, once you guys start dating, and like the more time I've spent with him, I'm like, where? Hey, honestly, don't judge a book by its cover, and definitely don't
Yeah,
judge them by
I
like
judge
the first
Mike.
time.
I judge
You
Mike in
also
the
judged
beginning.
him, right?
Yeah, me, I judge
You're
him
just
like, this is
this
going to
one-
be fun.
This is just fun times or whatever.
because he's good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he looks like he's,
yeah,
he's
and,
like,
and he's light skinned.
yeah.
So
You know, I heard if your boyfriend is light skinned, you're single.
Girl,
Take that to the bank.
I ain't there.
All right, so what went wrong? Sometimes I feel like, okay, I really do love our journey and the way that it went, but sometimes I'm just like, I could have been loving him the way I'm loving him now all that time.
Yeah.
And there's no regret, but I just feel like what could have gone better is I could have just had the courage to just be in this relationship the way that I wanted a long time ago. But everything happens for a reason. But
Everything
yeah,
happens for a
sometimes I
reason.
think that
Yeah, actually, I feel like the time that you gave it was the perfect amount of time.
Yeah?
I definitely think.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have taken a lot longer for you guys to even grow this amount of time in the
you're
time
right.
you've been
It's like
together.
we set
then
the foundation. It
that's
took a long time
Exactly.
to-
And I love that for y'all.
Totes.
I love that for y'all.
yes. So the
Uh-huh.
next one is friendship.
Friendships.
What went
Let me
right,
tell you
what
what
went
went right, guys. I finally ended a friendship that should have ended many years ago. And this year, because of Lydia and because of the books I was reading and because of the self-development and because of my growth,
Yeah.
I finally had the courage to sever that friendship. It wasn't really as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. And since then, I have known unimaginable peace, guys. I'm sure you guys, if you've watched any of our videos on friendship, then you will have heard us speak about these things. You know those friendships that you just know it's time for them to end. We were just not bringing each other peace or joy or happiness, and our brands were not. Yeah,
And if the brands are
exactly, yeah.
not together,
Yeah.
then
So I would say in friendships that was good for me. Another thing that I've done this year in terms of friendships that I've loved so much is that I really categorized in my head, again, advice from Lydia, is who is actually my friend and who is an acquaintance and who is just someone that I know.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that, okay, there are some people who are not actually friends that I was putting on the pedestal of friends.
Then there's
and
mismatched
and there's
expectations.
mismatched expectations, and I would find that these people who I'm calling the friends, even though they're not really friends, are more people who are around me to get value for the things that they need, kind of thing. And it made me real. And actually, I didn't even feel bad because I was like, I'm breaking my own heart because I have categorized you as friends, so that therefore, anytime you ask me for something, I automatically feel obliged to be like, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
you know, of course,
yeah.
I'm gonna do it for you, of course.
Yeah, her favorite word,
of
course.
course.
We're working with that. We're working
Of
with
course,
that.
everything, of course. But yeah, that's something that I have definitely learned. Like learning how to say no. Going back to personal relationship with self, learning how to say no. This year, that has been top. With help from my assistant, of course.
Proud
but like learning to say no. Yeah.
Proud of you for that.
That's been great.
Yeah, what went wrong?
What went wrong? I wouldn't really say anything went wrong. You know, I have such few friends that I don't feel like
To have like
yeah,
one.
literally, and she's here. No, Lydia actually has more friends than she says. Every day she's like, "Oh, I was with my friend Nini," and I'm always like, "Who the fuck are these people?"
It's like I don't have them too much in my personal space because
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
the
work for
thing.
me.
Yeah.
But I feel like every so often I reach out. Yeah, yeah, actually.
Yeah, but I don't think anything went wrong for me because it's just really not that much that could happen.
Okay, great. So what something that went right in my friendships is that I did the funny thing when I was advising about the list, I did that too. I wrote down a list when I turned 30 of who's my actual friend, who, and not even that, I was like my friends, everybody else. So that even, you know, an acquaintance, you'd be like, oh no, but they shouldn't, no expectation. If you're either my friend or you're somebody who, no matter what you do, is just like whatever.
Yeah.
So that really helped, and that helped me pour into the right friendships the right way and know who to give enough of myself to, who not to. So that really felt so good and refreshing to kind of separate everyone. What went wrong is that I feel like I wasn't keeping on top of a lot of my friends. As much as I'm saying that now I realize and I can prioritize and everything like that, I miss majority of people's birthdays, people who I care about genuinely, and that made me feel so bad. There's actually a time I met one of my friends with his family when we were out, me and Mike, and I was like, oh hi guys, we're out to celebrate his birthday. This isn't a friend, this is like a person who I would get out in the middle of the night. They told me something's happened to their son or something, you know? So it made me feel so bad. And I was just like, because of so many things happening, getting into a new relationship, moving in, work is getting more. So then that kind of, my life has kind of been revolving around the things which I'm trying to manage. So that went wrong, but I've put a plan in place. So I'm putting people's birthdays and just kind of keeping it in my calendar annually so that I make sure at the very least I can be there for my friends on their birthdays and checking in, because if a friend doesn't, if I don't check in, I won't know. If I don't know, I can't be there. And I don't want to have friendships who I care about someone, but then they go through something so intense and I'm not able to be there.
I like that, the checking in. I don't think that's something that I do enough. Like maybe for my close friends like you or my sisters, which pretty much that's
I feel like
my
the only
circles.
reason you check in with me is because we are
Because
working together.
Yeah. I feel like the only reason you check in with me is because we're working together. How does that feel?
Not true. Let me give you an example. This year now, did you call me on my birthday?
I'm sure I sent a message.
No, you didn't.
How did I say happy birthday?
Via Instagram story.
But you received the blessings?
No.
Who even remembers that? Did you call me on my birthday?
Because I did, yes. Because Instagram is not real life. So I called Joe that morning, and that was first of all the time she was breaking my heart.
But also her birthday is 2 seconds after mine. So it's like, you know,
So?
It's like we just spoke. Listen, okay, so I guess that's what went wrong. I guess that's what went wrong with my friendships.
Yeah.
I definitely want to be more intentional about that.
Yeah. So I called her to see what she was doing, everything, just to make sure, to hear her. And also Instagram isn't real life. And that's how our relationship is going to revolve around Instagram. Like, so because I tagged you, you know I'm fine.
Yeah. Aren't you?
No!
You're not?
No. See who's
But
driving
let me
this.
tell you, for me, the thing is that I if I see Lily has
dare
posted
you
something,
bring
I'm
your
not going
kids
to
in
now
this.
go and
I dare you, Joanne.
my 3
I
kids. My three
only.
children. For me, I always feel like I don't. If you've already posted something on your stories, I'm not going to now come and ask you again about it, because I don't want to have you tell the story again 3 times. Like now you've already told us. See, now I already know.
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
when I
but
see
you see,
Joe,
so because me, I don't have that expectation of you. It's wrong of me to assume that you would not have the same expectation of me. But now that you made it clear that
I made
you
it clear
prefer that-
already. I can't remember that
now that
conversation.
at that time you made.
But you
Wait
see,
till
like
see
for
how I'll call you.
example,
Next year
I
I'm
always
showing up
feel
at
like
your
the
house.
intimacy with friendship grows in how are you. I asked you today how your holiday was. I know how it was. I was there with you.
But
on
the deeper
Instagram.
thing that I'm not gonna put on Instagram is
Or
what you're going to tell
even
me.
I want you to know that I don't know because I watch your stories.
Yeah.
I know because I actually care by asking you. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I get that. It sounds like she's yelling at me. Who else feels that way?
Anyway, that was it.
Anybody
That's
else?
what went
Yeah, okay,
wrong, but
fine.
I'm working
Anyway.
on that.
Okay, fantastic.
The next one is career. What went right in your career?
TMI podcast. By the way, if you're still watching here and you've not subscribed, please subscribe because you must be a
Thank you so
subscribee
much.
for us to continue with this conversation. The greatest thing to happen to me this year is TMI podcast.
I love that.
This is like a dream that I have had, not the podcast itself, but having my own platform and like being able to have conversations, important, interesting conversations that are more long form than IG stories or IG videos. It's been a dream of both of ours for a really long time. How the universe connected us to be able to do this, for us to do that IG live, for me to have had a partner,
for me to be doing
and
Thursday live.
Exactly. As in, it's just. Yeah, TMI podcast is the greatest thing that has happened to us guys. Right now, for us, me in my mind, it's still kind of a baby.
It still feels like
it
a
still
baby.
feels like a baby, but let me tell you something. Let me give us our flowers. I don't think there's any podcast in Kenya that has been around for as short a time as ours and made it into top 10 in various lists of podcasts in Kenya, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts. I feel like we're kind of a fucking big deal.
I think so.
And most times we are really humble about it, guys, because obviously we love the fact that you guys are here and that you're helping us create good content. But the truth is also that we are working fucking hard. I'm so proud of us. And I'm so proud of us that we're here on episode 23 in a bedroom, but we are here and we're shooting it because we love having these conversations and nothing will stop us from having these conversations. And I'm proud of us. Oh, girl, I'm proud. I'm proud. Not just a
what went wrong?
Damn.
Okay, in terms of like, so much.
I have taken on so much. So in terms of like career, like content creation, which obviously is my main source of income, I would say it's been really, really positive because I've gotten so many brands. But let me say what went wrong is that there have been a couple of times this year that I have taken on work that I know that I should not have taken. Like maybe it's a brand that I don't really believe in, or it's a product that I don't not that I'm not just, but I'm not super connected to. Not that I've ever lied or like promoted a product that I don't believe could works, or like a service that works, but like maybe one that I'm just like I don't know if this is what I want right now, but then I've taken it on nonetheless and ended up regretting it. Because some of these ones are like the ones which maybe the client will be really problematic. It will end up being so tiresome, to end up taking too much of my time. So that's something that I definitely want to work on next year. Also, one thing that I've told Nancy is that sometimes even at my level as a content creator, a brand will be like, okay, we want to work with you. I send them my rate card, then they come back and say, okay, as our budget is this. And even if my spirit is telling me don't take the less money, even though we're reducing the deliverables, somehow I have ended up compromising a few times this year. And that's something I absolutely do not want to, like, I don't want to do that next year. And I realized as well, I was talking to Nancy. Nancy is my assistant, by the way. Follow her on Instagram, Nancy Listens. She's amazing. Is that sometimes the constant flow of cash in is more important, or has been more important than getting the amount that I know that I am actually worth. You know what I'm saying? And even though it's not like so much lower, it's still the fact that I have to compromise means that I'll never be able to actually get paid the value that I am, because I'm constantly saying, okay, fine, I'll give you a discount. Okay, fine, I'll give you a discount. No, next year is the year of no discounts. Next year is the year of this is my rate card. If you're not paying it, bye.
Which is so funny on my end, because what you've taught me is that my rate card is curated with like a lot of thinking, because first of all, the way I create my content, all of those things are put in there. So the second I compromise, then it's funny, it's you who taught me that. So weird.
I know.
Anyway, so
sometimes you forget your own lessons that you taught people.
It happens. So for me, what's been great in my career is that I didn't end it. Remember, I was having a meltdown. I told you that time, those periods in March where I was just like, you know what, I can't do this. There's no point of me creating content because I quit my TV job in November, right? And unlike Joe was a content creator, then got on the show. Whereas for me, it was like I was a TV host, then content creation came along the way. So
I've never even thought of that.
yeah, so then for me it was like all new territory when I quit, and there was moments where I really didn't like it. I was feeling so down and out. I wasn't making money from content creation. It was just putting so much pressure on life, the fact that it wasn't going the way that I wanted to go. So the positive thing is that it got better.
It got better.
Yeah, you encouraged me not to
There
off
was
the
a
ledge.
point Lydia was just like, if in 2 months I've not made this amount of money, I'm quitting. It's over. And I was like, just okay.
Calm down.
Take
She
a breath.
talked me off the
Take
ledge.
a breath.
You did. Yes. So, and I think that it went well because
It
something
actually
really
did.
good was
Yes.
happening, and then more was coming along the way.
It was
So
awesome,
I
yeah.
feel like don't quit. Don't be strategic, but don't quit.
But don't quit,
Keep
exactly,
going.
yeah.
So that has been really good. I feel fantastic. I'm ending the year financially independent. I'm ending the year going into financial comfort, which is something I'm really happy about. I'm really excited about. So that's what went right.
Yeah.
And I aligned with brands which were great. What didn't go right is that there were moments clearly I was still devaluing myself.
Yeah,
Moments
for
where I was
sure.
feeling like I should take it because
I
it's
should.
work.
Yeah.
And I'm in this,
And
you
at
know,
least it gives me an opportunity
at
for
least
exposure.
you know, and like you know, if, once you're like debating with yourself why you're taking less than you deserve is problematic.
Yeah.
But I got an assistant not even too long ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so that because sometimes I feel bad because it's me who's saying it to the person. Now I just send
Exactly.
someone
I
else
tell her
to say no.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's definitely helped because sometimes
Yeah.
it feels personal to me whether I like it or not. So now that I have a barrier, it's like a lot better. Also I feel like the way I'm connecting with my audience is really good based on the results of the brands I'm working with, which is something sometimes you just it grows, it just comes when it does. So yeah, that was it. But now we're improving that, devaluing ourselves.
are, yeah,
We are,
exactly.
for sure. All right, so that was career.
Money, I would say what went right is I made a lot more of it, and I also diversified my sources of income, which is something I'm continuously working towards. I diversified my sources of income, but what went wrong is that there are some projects that I really hoped to get off the ground this year, and I haven't, and there's no reason for me not having done that. It's just like it's just not been done. I know, it's just like it's just not been done.
Yeah.
Why has it not been done?
Yeah.
Another thing that went wrong is that I feel like I've wasted a lot of money this year. Like whether it's on, I don't know, clothing or like to small things. Because one thing I've realized is that even if you get paid, if you don't have like a valuable use for that money, especially if it's a big amount, you'll just find it issued and you can't even answer where did that money go?
Yeah.
What was it used on?
It's true.
So next year, as has been every year since I was 20, next year I want to really work on staying on budget. All right. And I want to still build more sources of income, finalize projects that I've been working on I mean for forever. We need to we need to join projects. But yeah, so it's been for me financially it's been a great year.
Okay, fine.
You?
I've said I guess I shared
You
at the
too,
end.
yeah.
My financial year has been really good as well. First of all, one thing they don't tell you, I guess if you're moving with a good man, is that your bills get cut. Your bills are reduced because when I think about it, when I was on my own, obviously so many of my other things were like on me. A lot of my spending was kind of on me, whereas now there's like a bit of a cut, and then also I've financially grown. So that has been really good. One thing I really wanted to do is to be financially independent, which I feel I keep saying that I'm late, but every lesson you learn at the time you're ready to learn. So that's something which is bringing me more joy than I can even explain. So that's fantastic. What went wrong is that I feel personally that I could definitely engage with more ways of making money as opposed to just concentrating on what I'm so in love with. Some things are just hard. They're not that you hate them.
Like business.
Yeah, it's not that you hate them, they're just hard. So you just need to push through the bit, which is a challenge. I haven't challenged myself enough to diversify my incomes as much as I did. But I have a goal for my 31st birthday. I want to have, how many did I say? 4 sources of income. Not just like fleeting, like things which I'm like, wow, this is making me money. Yeah.
Okay. I saw that on your stories and I remember thinking,
But it's 2 more.
Oh, you have which one and which one?
So we said content creation on TMI, but TMI is fleeting.
TMI is
so
content
doesn't
creation.
count.
It's just content
So
creation.
3 is the one which I was telling you about. Like I start.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 2 more. I can do it. At least start. At least get them off the
say
ground.
An additional one.
Yeah.
Having 4 that are, I mean, that's a short period of time.
I don't
In 3
think
months.
so.
You
No,
can
what
have
I can do,
4
what I can
short
do,
videos.
even if you start, even if you at least started to say that this is gonna be, whether or not it's like coming in, generating, then it's something which you're building. Even now, this is a source of income. Even if before all the money starts rolling in,
Yeah.
it still counts.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right, yeah.
So you just need to start it. You need to have it established as a source of income. Then it can.
Then you
keep
can
going.
grow, you can give it its legs.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
agree.
yeah, that one is possible.
That was not the last one.
No, health.
I already talked all about health at the beginning, guys. You know, I already said what went right, what went wrong.
Yeah.
I'm done.
For health, for
You.
me, what went right is I was way more disciplined with my health in general. Just being more disciplined with working out and eating. Eating not so much, but working out a lot. That has been really good. I haven't fallen sick, crazy, or anything like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
have had my full bill of health majority of the year, which is
Yeah.
a massive blessing. The thing that went wrong is that I haven't been as good as disciplined with my eating, which somehow kind of sometimes just rubs off the work you do at the gym, and I think if
What she's trying to say is that she's gained a healthy amount of relationship weight, which everybody loves. You love it.
No, I
Everyone
loved
loves
it.
it.
I
Oh,
loved
now you don't love it?
and then
Oh.
I stopped loving it because what I realized,
point?
someone doesn't watch my stories. At some point, I was just like, okay, it's never ending. I feel like
Oh,
what I
it's just
started
coming,
doing is
coming.
telling myself, relationship
I love it.
weight.
I love it. And now it's like
Now
yeah,
it's like
here we
now
are.
there's nothing.
Here
I'm
we
just
are.
eating anything I
Yeah,
want, like
yeah.
no discipline.
Yeah.
And kind of feeling lethargic sometimes because I don't care what I'm
Yeah,
eating.
yeah.
So yeah, what went wrong is that I started being so indisciplined with the way that I eat that it was affecting the way I was feeling about my body. Because for me, there's a way I want my body to be, and that's just what I need it to be.
Yeah.
So it can fluctuate a bit, but then now when we are just, I'm just eating anything in the middle of the night. Anytime we go, I'm just like, add more chips. Now we're being reckless.
Yeah.
So that's what went wrong, but I'm getting back into it. Even my breakfast, my usual 8 sausages and bread, and I haven't
Those
had them.
chocolates, which I'm just like, is this for you and Mike, or is
No.
this for Lydia?
Now I'm having
And 12
Weetabix
slices of
or
bread.
granola, fruits. So yeah,
Yeah, you've been doing well.
I'm trying.
You've been taking steps. Yeah.
Yes.
For me, another thing that went wrong is that I injured my knee, which was like a couple of months ago, and it's been really, really affecting my ability to work out. I feel really upset about that because this year I was like throughout till December 31st, we are working out. But now I have lost the rhythm of going to the gym, and the thought of even going back is a little bit terrifying for me because like now I just feel like I'm really nervous of hurting myself,
I
because
get
it was
it.
like such a small thing. I was literally stepping just off a box. I wasn't even doing a workout. I was just stepping off a box and I stepped off badly and twisted my foot, which ended up hurting my knee. And now I just feel so nervous about working out, and even the not going to the gym, it would take up like maybe 3 hours in my morning. It not being there, the number of things I'm able to do all morning, and now I'm just like,
Amazing.
wow. So unless I'm starting to go to the gym at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., I'm just like, how can I fit this into my schedule? Like, I don't even know,
I get your point. I've stopped working out, but I'm taking a break off the 5 a.m. club, and clearly I associate the 5 a.m. club and gym. Yeah, they
it doesn't
feel-
have to be that
I
way.
know, but it's like, first of all, I like the being alone. I like when it's in the
Yeah,
dark.
I
There's
get
a lot
that.
that goes with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm giving myself freedom for December, just whatever, as long as I then now keep my eating to some order.
Yeah.
Last one, family. What went right and what went wrong?
What went right is my kids grew. I feel like with every passing year, especially when we get to December, I just feel like this is one year that they have now gotten older.
Yeah.
Like we finished another year
Yeah.
of them getting older. Lots of things happened. Ethan turned 11, Kenny turned 4, Tana turned 1, which was obviously the most phenomenal one because like she's 1 and she's joining school in January, so that's pretty amazing. And in general, I would say that our unit as a family, the longer we stay together, the more experiences we have together. We just came back from a holiday, the stronger I feel like we are as a unit. I love my family. I love my family.
Yeah.
What went wrong is, if you follow me on Instagram, then you probably already know that my mother-in-law had an accident. Not an accident, she had surgery recently. So she has mostly been living with us for the past few months. It's been like about 4 or 5 months. And while I would not say that it has been difficult or burdensome, I would say that it has caused some changes in our home and our home routine, kind of like life, in terms of even the way our kids are in the home, kind of like thing, the freedoms that we have and things like that. My short dresses for TMI, guys, when I leave TMI shoot and I'm getting home, by the way, I wear tights in my car because I'm like, I don't want to be told, guys, we skip already. So yeah, so that's, it's been a change. I would say it's been a change, but I wouldn't say that it's been a bad change or it's been a good change. It's just been a change. It's just been different. So adjusting to that has been a bit it's been a bit of a challenge, but now we're sort of getting used to it, and she's not gonna be around for much longer, but that definitely has had some impact on like the marriage and the family a little bit in the time that she's been there. But we thank God she's doing a lot better now, and soon she'll be able to go back home.
Totes.
Yeah,
that's good. And also I know that challenge means more for you. And you've done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Well done. So for me, I guess Mike is my family, so that side of that family is fantastic. On the side of the rest of my family, my mom, my sisters, they're all great. They're doing amazing. My sister, and then I started saying something that had S.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, they're doing, everyone is doing really well. My dad is doing okay as well, as far as his health and things like that. So the things that went right is that everyone in my family is happy, healthy, and safe. So that's wonderful. What went wrong is that I had some challenges this year because I was trying to administer or put in place some boundaries. So of course that comes with a bit of push and shove. So there's been moments where it's been like, you know, just challenging, just
been tough,
in me personally, just kind of navigating around that, the guilt that comes with all of that. Because by the way, boundaries is not just boundaries and then you go, it feels there's a guilt that comes, the enforcing, the kind of challenging your inner child to be like, this is not our responsibility, is very difficult. So that has been a bit of a challenge, but aside that, it's kind of all come out positively. But I had some moments there where I was just like, God, Jesus, take the wheel, take it. I don't want to drive anymore. But yeah, in general, I think family has been pretty okay. Me and Mike people keep every 2 seconds, anything I say, someone's just like, are you pregnant? Is it pregnancy? The other day when I said I was nauseous because of the jab, pregnancy.
Are you pregnant? I know.
But guys, you know, a positive thing, we confirmed that my family planning is right where it needs to be.
How did you confirm?
Because I went to the gyna.
Oh, right.
So because I used the period cup, the menstrual cup, I thought it would be bringing it down or anything.
Yeah, it's perfect. Mine also.
That's a positive for family planning.
Yeah.
Yes, so since I'm already for children just yet, it's where it needs to be.
Exactly, and we thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Sounds like this year has been pretty great for.
It has been generally
for me.
fantastic.
I read somewhere that the biggest fear is being the same place that you were this time last year, and you cannot see what has changed in my family, in my career, in my in my body. God. That for me is my greatest fear.
Everything has improved.
Everything has improved. Even if it's by 1 step,
1%.
Even if it's by 1%, we have done something. Like we have done something, you know, kind of thing. Like I would hate to be like last year, December, I was complaining, guy, my marriage is over. This time now, December, guy, hey, my marriage is so over.
Same
now
thing.
What are we gonna be doing? You know?
And there's nothing wrong for your year have gone down because you can point to why it's gone down.
Yeah, exactly.
If you point and you're just like, you know, I had a tragic loss or death or I lost my job, then it's fine that your year isn't as good as it was last year. But as long as you can point to why things went the way that they were, you just weren't existing.
You were just you were just doing nothing. Guys, I would love to encourage everyone who is watching or listening here, please take stock of your year. It is the only way that you will ensure that you know exactly what you did this year that you don't want to do again, and the things that you do want to do again. So take stock. Let us know in the comments below or DM us on Instagram. Let us know what went right for you this year, what went wrong for you this year, what you guys are. Don't tell us what you're looking forward to, because that's another episode.
That's another episode.
Exactly.
We're gonna do a New Year's one. We're looking forward to.
It's going to be so much fun, guys. This has been a change, but I've loved it. It's kind of like I'm just at home chatting with my sister.
It's intimate.
I love it. This is our thumbnail. We got it. Anyway, guys, we look forward to hearing from you. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's actually been really nice talking through those things, because I hadn't thought of them actively until we started speaking about
Yeah,
them.
I feel like a dopamine. I
Yeah,
feel like, wow,
I
yeah,
know,
Lydia, you've
right?
done all
Yeah,
right.
we've done quite something, quite amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're watching on YouTube and tap the notification bell, guys.
Yes, and if you are on any other podcast platform, there is a plus. People don't know.
Yeah,
in
you
our
will
channel,
see
you
us.
will see there is a
You will see the
plus.
plus.
Click the plus. It means you subscribed, and it really does validate us as content creators, guys. This I think will be the only episode we'll come to you like
exactly
this.
like this.
We promise. It was an emergency, I guess. But here we are, and we've done it, and we appreciate your support and for
love you
watching all the
guys.
way.
Imagine.
You've watched all the way.
You're a real one. You're a real
See
one,
you guys.
Bye.